gerunds. Does everybody know what a possessive is?
Yeah.
What's a possessive? Yeah, belongs to you, right? So we can actually, and it's frequent, we do it all the time in English, where you'll have a gerund, which is a verb ing acting like a noun, and you'll put a possessive right in front of it. Alright, so let's take a look at the examples here. Ahmed, will you read the rule number 1? You can use
a possessive before a gerund when you want to indicate the form of the action.
Alright, so the main thing here, you want to indicate the performer. You guys know what the performer is, right?
Mm-hmm.
The guy doing it. And Ahmed, read the first example.
The kid's singing was too loud.
Good. So we have the kids singing was too loud. Alright, so somebody tell me, where, first of all, where's the gerund?
Singing.
Sing.
It'd be nice if I spelled it right.
Singing.
No, teacher, no problem.
The kids singing,
Yeah, that's right.
Was too loud.
there we go, was too loud. Now, so the gerund, you're right, is singing. So that's right here. And then where's the possessive here?
Kids.
Good. And what indicates that it's a possessive?
Because
Yes.
it's participle.
You need apostrophe S? Okay. So this is the possessive. So you can put a possessive in front of a gerund. Now listen, you can actually put a possessive pronoun. If I want to change this into a pronoun, what could I say here?
Like, they're singing.
First, let me ask a question. Is this singular or plural?
Let's think.
Plural. Single.
How do you know it's singular or
Because
plural?
Because
First one.
Good. So if I do this, it's singular. Now how would it be plural?
Oh, what's the afterwards?
Excellent.
It's about people.
So if I put kids, then that's plural, right? So what pronoun do I use with a singular kids? A kid, I mean, singular kid.
What about people?
Good. So can somebody restate this sentence using a possessive pronoun? Zainab?
The singing was too loud.
Good.
Her singing was too loud.
Good. We don't know if it's a boy or girl, so yeah. His or her, right? And you just pick one. Singing was too loud. Excellent. So in English, it's common to use a possessive in front of a gerund when you want to focus on the performer of the action. So in this sentence, the focus is on the kids. Right? They're loud singing, but it's focusing on these kids here. Okay, good. Read, Megan, read the second one. Yeah, I'm sorry, you had a question?
You know, what kind of customer do you want people?
So it's more than one, right? The people's music, for instance. I don't know. Give me a sentence.
I have a sentence.
What?
We appreciate your taking the time to teach us.
Well, thank you. But he's asking about people.
Oh,
He wants to use it as a possessive. So listen, if it's people, just put it.
After, right?
Yeah. People's, right? What if it's one? Persons. Persons. That's, yeah, you okay? Because this is always plural, right?
Yeah.
All right. Read the next, Megan, read example number 2.
your constant arguing is getting on my nerves.
Ooh, interesting. Notice there's something between the possessive pronoun and the gerund here. What is that? What's constant? What word form is it?
No, no.
Yeah. So what would that be?
No.
It's an adjective, isn't it? Describing the arguing?
Describe your...
Wait a minute. What answers the question how often, to what extent? Where, when, how often, to what extent? What word form answers those questions?
Present, simple present.
What word form, 8 parts of speech, answers the question? Adverb.
Adverb.
Yeah. That's interesting because it's a gerund, right? But it uses a verb. So it's describing the verbal, the gerund. So constant is actually an adverb describing arguing. Anyway, listen, I just say that to say sometimes it's possible for there to be a word between the possessive and the gerund itself.
It's part of the word, part of speech. It's a verb or object.
Constantly? I'm sorry, constant?
Usually, what's the kind of word?
You know what? I'm glad you asked that. Because constantly is the adverb form. Constant
You're adjectifying.
is, yeah, I gotta back up. It's an adjective describing arguing. Constant arguing, right? If I add an ly to it, constantly, the men are constantly arguing, then it's an adverb. Is everybody okay? I had to back up there a second to correct that mistake. Okay. Hussein, read number 3. I didn't
like their talking during the movie.
Good. This is interesting, right? We're using possessive adjectives, all right? Which are like they're the pronoun forms we use for possessives. I didn't. I'm gonna change it a little bit. I didn't like.
They're talking.
They're talking.
Are you guys okay with this word?
Yes.
You know the difference between all the forms of there?
Yes.
Okay.
That's what we know.
They're
They're talking.
Playing.
They're speaking.
During the class.
good. So there's your possessive, right? And there's my gerund. Are you guys okay? All right, let's read the next example. Turkey, read the next one.
You should complain about sounds cutting in line.
Good. Read the next one.
The thing that bothers me is her smoking.
Excellent. Now, here's what's interesting. Bless you.
Bless you!
I can understand. Listen, look at the, Kunle, read the next little rule here. In informal spoken English.
In informal spoken English, a noun or an object pronoun is often used instead of the possessive.
Yeah. This is interesting. So instead of using a possessive, oftentimes it says it's switched with the noun or the object pronoun, which is really confusing to people trying to learn English. Because when we're speaking in English, we break the rules, and we do it so often that that's why they're telling you. You're going to hear it. For example, let's see. Abdalila, read the first example. I can understand.
I can understand John being annoyed.
I can understand John being, what is it? Annoyed. Alright, so we're looking at this right here, okay? In standard English, when you're speaking, I need an apostrophe, right?
Yeah.
John's. Instead of saying, I can understand his being annoyed, that would be the grammatically correct thing that I just taught you, right? So instead of saying his, which is a possessive adjective, we would say John's with the noun. That's more common in spoken English. Or we would say, I can understand. What would be the object pronoun? Him. This is the most common in informal spoken English. and you're actually breaking the rules when someone does that. They're not following formal grammatical rules. Because this is what you should have according to the grammar.
Yeah.
The possessive describing the gerund, right? But in spoken English, you'll hear the person's name, okay? Or you'll see an object pronoun there. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Okay. Take a look at the second one. Let's see. Will you read the second one for me, Omar? I can't.
Can't accept ignoring.
Accept what?
Ignoring.
Accept.
Them ignoring.
Good. So instead of they're ignoring me, you just put the object pronoun them ignoring me. And you're going to hear that a lot in English. Are you okay?
Another example was this time.
So in this example, I can't accept. I can't accept
Them
them ignoring
me.
me. So again, notice what should we, according to the rule, we should put
There.
Yeah. But nobody says, I can't accept they're ignoring me. Maybe in Britain, okay? We love you, Aaron and Kendall. But here in America, okay, we always say them. We don't say there when we're speaking. We just Are you okay? Nobody's confused, nobody's upset? All right, turn the page. You would say there? Then you should move to Britain.
But when we use the speaking evaluation, if we use that, it's a grammar problem. Or
So here's what will happen. If you do this on the speaking evaluation, I'll give you a higher grade on communication and I'll give you a lower grade on grammar. See, you can't win on this.
what about this? What about the
It doesn't
TOEFL
matter.
test? What about TOEFL test and speaking?
The TOEFL?
Yeah.
Again-
I use that.
Again, on the TOEFL during the speaking section,
Yes.
if you want to be careful